Hello. Let's talk about how release week went. So my debut novelette, The Flip Side of Sad, came out last Tuesday on March 30th, but release week really began for me on the Saturday before that. So I kicked off release week on Saturday, and the first thing I did was record a podcast. And this was my first time ever recording a podcast, being on a podcast, and it was super fun. It was with Midnight Quill podcast, and they're on YouTube and Spotify. And I was actually a last minute addition to the episode, and the episode was all about self-publishing, so it just worked out really well. And yeah, it was so much fun. The episode is out April 16th, I believe, and yeah, I can't wait for people to hear it. It was so much fun working with Tegan and Roxana, and yeah. Then a few hours later, I had my first ever Instagram Live. I had never done an Instagram Live before, and I did it with one of my street team members who had also never done an Instagram Live before, so we were just kind of both like, we just dived into it and just kind of learned about it together, and it was really fun just talking about the book and talking with someone who had read the book already, and it was a fun like start to release week. Next in release week came Sunday, and Sunday was spent just like preparing for the week ahead, basically getting some things ready, and I announced that I was going to do a new video on YouTube every day, Monday to Friday for release week, and I will get to how that turned out. Next up is Monday, and I had another awesome IG Live with one of my street team members, and this street team member is really into PR and marketing. That's what they work in, so we had a really awesome discussion about PR and marketing for authors, and it's actually still on my Instagram if anyone wants to check it out. If you're an author who's struggling in that area, it was really helpful for me. Now Monday was also the day that I had to publish the paperback of the book. Because you can't do a pre-order of a paperback, you kind of have to, in my experience anyway, you kind of just have to line it up with when it's going to publish on Kindle. And I know it takes a few hours for books to publish on Amazon, so I decided to publish it around like 10:30 Monday night in hopes that it would be published by morning. Got my hopes up a little too high for that one. So I counted down the minutes till release day. It's release day! Midnight struck, and it was finally release day for The Flip Side of Sad. Went to bed, woke up the next morning, look at my email, and I get an email telling me that the paperback cannot be published. But the best part is why. So the email tells me that the paperback can't be published because it doesn't have enough pages. It's not long enough to have a binding. And yet, here we are. So it was just really frustrating and annoying that I got my proof copy with the binding perfectly fine, and then come release day I get told that it can't have a binding even though they had printed the proof with the binding. So it was just a whole like roadblock, because here I am announcing that the paperback is also out and it isn't out yet. And it got frustrating, and there's just a few roadblocks throughout the day. My initial release day post had a major typo in it, and it was kind of annoying when I found that, because I had to kind of go back and edit or delete posts, and that was annoying. And then the whole thing with the paperback was just frustrating, and yeah, release day was a bit of a roller coaster. But then I had my personal IG Live on my Instagram to celebrate release day, and a bunch of readers came, and it was really fun, and I kind of shared the issues I had run into that day. And I wasn't going to, but I'm kind of glad I did, because one person that came to the IG Live commented and basically said something like, because the book is essentially about an artist who gets stuck inside his own album to learn the lessons of his music. And so this comment said something like, "Oh, you're having a similar day to your character. What if you end up stuck inside your book?" And I just thought that was hilarious and incredible. And it really just changed my outlook on the whole situation and the whole day. I was like, wow, I literally am having like a similar day to my character. And look what happened to him. And so I don't know, I just feel like I learned something from that one comment, and it was really cool. And then Wednesday and Thursday was full of more Instagram Lives with some awesome street team members, and we talked all things book and writing, and it was really fun. Some of those conversations got really deep. Now, along with all of this IG Lives and all these things, I was also posting a video on YouTube every day. So Monday was my street team reading the summary, Tuesday was my release day video, Wednesday was the making of the book, and Thursday was reading a passage from the book with a twist, which was so much fun to film. Now, Friday was supposed to be like the big finale to the release week, and the plan was for it to be the song and music video for No Complaints, which is one of my character songs in the book, and it's like the most profound song for the character. It has a lot of meaning, and I had someone record it and produce it, and we were going to put the video out Friday. But the singer started running out of time to get the song finished, and I personally was running out of time to get the video edited, so we decided to push the video back to Sunday. So I had my last few IG Lives with some more street team members and the singer who's also a street team member. So I had an awesome IG Live on Friday with a street team member, and we talked all things self-publishing and publishing, and it was a really good chat. And then Saturday, I talked to the street team member who is also the person who was going to sing the song, and we talked a lot about the book, and she had so many like awesome questions, and I just loved chatting with her. And we kind of teased at the end that the song and video were coming the next day. Now, right before my IG Live is when I discovered a typo in the book. The good thing about this typo was that it's one of those typos that could just about pass for not being a typo. So I feel like anyone who bought the book up until that point, it might just slip right by, which is fine with me. I did go in and re-upload the manuscript and fix that typo. But at the same time, I was told something years ago that always stuck with me, and it was that basically imperfections make something real. And I love that so much. I think it's so true. Like, it just, having that one typo in the book just makes it, all the more real. Like, it wasn't just typed and written by a robot. Like, this book was written by a person who has so many words in her head that sometimes they just don't come out well on a keyboard. But yeah, I did go and fix that typo just because I'm also like a grammar freak and a perfectionist, and I personally just can't stand typos, especially in like finished work, like a book or something, and that's just me, so that's why I just had to go in and fix it. But at the same time, anyone who has that first copy that has the typo, I'm okay with it. And by this point, I was exhausted. Like, I feel like I had done so much. I had done so much between the IG Lives and editing and uploading videos and all this other book stuff that was going on. I was ready for a break. But I had to keep going because Sunday came. I was sent the song, the finished song, and it was perfect and amazing, and the video was almost done, so I had to get up on Sunday and do the final edits to the video, upload it, do a premiere on YouTube, and it is here for everyone to listen to and watch, and I absolutely love how it came out. Alessia Ferracci, she is the one that performed the song and produced it. I know she loves it, and I think we're just really proud of what this turned into. It was suggested to me to write like full lyrics for one of the songs, and of course I chose No Complaints, and I was just blown away by how Alessia, she really, like, I wrote the lyrics, but she really turned it into a song. Like, she put music to it, she like had that melody to it that I just couldn't get out, and yeah, I love the way it turned out, so you can watch it right here. So yeah, that's just about how release week went. The reception of the book so far has been so wonderful. It's not like this book was ever going to like become this #1 bestseller and sell 1 million copies. Like, that was never going to happen with this. But the people who have read it and enjoyed it, I have gotten the sweetest comments about the book and just the story and the lessons inside it and the characters. And I was talking about this in one of the IG Lives with a street team member who's a writer, and we were just saying how it doesn't have to be like this worldwide phenomenon. If you just have that small group of readers who really enjoy the story and take something away from it, that means so much more than having it read by a million people who might not care and might not say anything. So yeah, I'm so, touched, I guess, by all the reviews the book has gotten. It's gotten quite a few on Amazon already, and it has a bunch on Goodreads, and reviews are so important, and I feel like it's easy, like even I'm guilty of not leaving a review for a book. It can be easy to just read a book and then move on to the next thing or the next book and then not think about leaving a review. But reviews are so important for all authors, whether you're indie or traditional. So important. And, it's one of those things where I think if a book, like the reviews I've gotten, they, a lot of them have said how meaningful the messages of the book were and how they appreciated that and how they took something away from it. And I think that is so important to share. So like, if you enjoy, whether it's my book or another person's book, if you enjoy a book and it touches you in a way and you take something away from it, the best way to say thank you for that experience is to leave a review. And it just helps the author so much. And it helps the author know that, that their work did something for someone, I guess. Like, I was actually really surprised by how much some people took away from this story. I almost forgot all the, like, lessons and little quotes and things that are in this book, and I was kind of, like, almost surprised. Like, I was like, wow, I had no idea that it was gonna touch people in this way. So, yeah, I super appreciate it. So, like I said, if my book or anyone's book does that for you, the best way to repay them is to leave a review. I think that's about all for now. I'm super excited that the book is out in Kindle and paperback, so you can go get it on Amazon. The cover is in the allauthor.com cover contest for this month, so I'm going to leave the link in the description. If you like this cover as much as I do, it would be so appreciated if you go and give it a vote. I have a bunch of other fun things coming up, so make sure to follow my socials in the description as well. And I may even be starting to write a sequel. So yeah, if you enjoyed, make sure you subscribe and hit like if you liked. I make new videos every Tuesday, and I will see you all next time. There was a, and like, not even, like, that's what happens when you live in a city.